Nandi sat at the ancient stone threshold of Shiva's mountain abode. His heavy hooves were planted firmly in the dust, and his gaze remained fixed on the heavy wooden door with unwavering focus. When Shiva emerged, his presence filled the air like a sudden storm. Yet Nandi did not flinch. He simply lowered his head, his breath steady and slow. For countless years, the cycle held firm. Shiva walked out. Nandi rose to follow. Shiva returned, and Nandi settled back at the entrance, a silent sentinel of the peaks. One afternoon, a wandering seeker approached the bull. The man wiped sweat from his brow, gesturing toward the vast, empty mountain range behind them. "Why do you stay here?" the seeker asked, his voice echoing against the cold rocks. "The world is wide. You could graze in distant valleys or rest under cooler shade. Why spend your life waiting in this single spot?" The seeker looked for a sign of boredom, but the bull remained as still as the mountain itself. Nandi did not look at the seeker. He kept his eyes locked on the door where Shiva had vanished hours ago. He shifted his weight, the muscles in his powerful neck rippling under his hide. He exhaled a long, rhythmic breath that stirred the pebbles at his feet. "I do not wait for the sake of waiting," Nandi replied, his voice a low, earth-shaking rumble. He stood up, turning his massive body to face the entrance directly, blocking the path. "I stay because the mountain is cold without his presence. I stay because every moment he breathes, I breathe in rhythm with him. My existence is not a delay, it is a resonance." The seeker watched as Nandi lowered himself back down, tucking his legs beneath him with absolute precision. The bull's ears twitched at the slightest sound from within the dwelling, sensing the divine pulse of his master. Shiva stepped out, his hand resting briefly on Nandi's broad back. The bull leaned into the touch, his eyes closing for a fraction of a second, then opening wide in focus once more. Shiva walked toward the horizon, and Nandi rose instantly, his hooves hitting the stone with a sharp, synchronized click. He followed, not as a beast of burden, but as a shadow tethered to a flame. Today, that shadow remains. Walk into any temple of Shiva, and you will find the stone statue of Nandi. He is never turned away, he is never distracted. He sits forever, his face directed toward the inner sanctum, watching, waiting, and anchored to his master's side.